Okay. Hey, this is Therese with one mother and one daughter, and this is day 3 of Lovesummerart. Woohoo! Okay, yesterday I forgot to actually say that it was day 2, so this is Sunday, the 19th, day 3. Now, I showed you in my introduction video about Lovesummerart that I was going to alter this bottle because to me summer is looking cute, wearing your cute little sandals because you get to do that, and going out to summer events. Like they have like free movies in the park, free concerts in the park, and in New York City, where I'm from, they have a lot of that. So during those times, you know, you may take some lunch, you may take wine, you may take some salads, you know, to eat and to snack on while you're watching either the movie or a free concert or music program that they have going on in the park. So I am 2 blocks from Central Park, okay? Prime location. I could just walk there. I'm 2 blocks from the train station. I'm 2 blocks from the, what do you call it? From the post office. I'm a prime location. I could walk to mostly, I don't want to say any location in the city, but basically I'm just a hop, skip, and a jump from there. So during those days, we like to go and see free shows, and you cannot like have wine and stuff in the park. I mean, well, you can, but it can't like be all out in the open. And when you're looking at these concerts and you're having like your little dinner and a movie in the park, you would like sometimes to bring wine or a type of punch or whatever it is. Sometimes I make something and I put it in a jar, or sometimes I buy it, chill it, and bring it. But what I would like to do is decorate a jar where I can, if I'm making a punch with a little alcohol in it, I can take it and no one will know what I'm having because it'll be like a prettied up jar. Or if I'm having like or if I buy something, I can chill it and then pour it in, you know, of course with a funnel, pour it in my jar. So far I showed you this. It was green. You can still see some of the green. I hope you can see my lighting. It's kind of dark in here because I have like the drapes drawn because it is so extremely hot. Right now it is 95 degrees. So I'm trying to keep it cool. So I hope you can see, and I'll move it closer. What I did, because I didn't have, I think it's like this medium to make your paint stick to the glass. So as most of you know who watch my videos, I use what I have. So to make my gesso, and you can see it's stuck, it's dry, it's not on my hands. To make my gesso stick to my glass, I've used some tacky spray and sprayed it all over the glass. I did that first. I let it dry and the spray to get really, really tacky. And I used my gesso. I just put it in this jar because it makes it easy. I have the big giant one. I used some gesso and I did a first coat on the glass. And since I couldn't wait for it to dry, I used my heat gun to dry it. Now I'm gonna just this brush. I mean, if you're gonna use a brush, use like a crummy brush. This brush is from Recollections, Michael's brand, Artist Loft. Crappy, but it's good enough for this. So I'm gonna just do another coat while I talk to you guys. And you do know that I don't edit, but I will not bore you and keep you on for hours and hours. I'm going to pause in between. So I'm not going to make it like 2 and 3 videos so you can go to find number 2 and is this number 2, and I'm not going to do it like that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video in between me drying, and I'll just keep coming back and show you the results as I go. I'll show you each step, and then in between I'll pause it. But with this step right here, I'm just going to show you that I'm going to put another coat on, and it sticks really well, and it's getting the job done. So of course crafting is always to use what you got. That's what makes it crafty. Sometimes you need to go out and actually buy it, but sometimes we are so used that we can buy things that we don't even go that extra step to make the things that we have work for us. So since I still want to craft and I don't have a lot of money to shop all the time, I'm using what I have, what I can use. Then the other things that I absolutely do need, I have no other choice but to buy. Like yesterday, Saturday, I wanted, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, I wanted to fix a shoe on my sandal, and it had like a clear piece that reminded me of resin. So I went to Michael's because I really like this sandal. Oops. And I didn't want to not wear my sandal because I didn't have that piece. So I went to Michael's to buy some resin, and because they had the 40% coupon. So I get there, get the resin. I'm all geared up and all happy. Get back home and realize that I bought the white resin and not the clear one. So I sent my husband to Michael's yesterday because they had that Saturday 50% coupon thingy. Thinking I'm gonna get this resin and I'm only gonna get it for $10, and I'm gonna get 2 because, you know, I don't have a lot of money to buy a lot of crafts, but I still want to craft, so I use what I got. So he gets to Michael's, right? Finds it. It's only one left. He comes up. He's like, "Oh, I can't use the 40 coupon, but I found one, and they're gonna let me get it. He's gonna let me get it with the 50% coupon because he couldn't get it off his phone because I'm the only one. He does. I actually put it on his phone so he could go and get it for me. Buys the pays for it. Comes upstairs, looks in the box, and it's only one part of the resin. Oh man, I just couldn't believe that was happening. So I didn't get the resin, and I won't fix my shoe this time. Hopefully, I might have to pay full price for it, but I need that, and I can't not use it. I can use the white resin, so I didn't take it back. I'm actually gonna use that. I made some resin pieces to put on my bottle, so I'll show you. I'm gonna dry this, and I'll show you some of the pieces that I've made that I'm gonna put on this bottle. And look, isn't it cute? It's nice already, and it's pretty much covered. So that's a thin coat. I didn't coat the bottom. I'm probably gonna do that afterwards. I'm not really sure if I'm gonna do the bottom or not, but I like things to look finished, so I might do the bottom. I didn't actually spray that with my tacky spray. So okay, now anyway, back to my story. So that's why that's what I mean about buying things only when you need it and just trying to use the things that you have. I see a lot of people doing these stash videos after they done bought all this stuff and they really needed it. I mean, shoot, I like to shop too. I just don't have the money for it. So, you know, but, and it's actually forcing me to be a little more creative than I normally would be. Well, no, I'm not going to say normally would be. It's just forcing me to be more creative. So I'm going to pause this here. I'm going to clean this nasty brush and dry this, and I'll come back and show you my next part. Believe me, if the video may be a little bit long, but you won't have to go to another video just to see how I finished it. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back, and I put a second coat on it, and it's nice and dry, and the paint is still sticking. So apparently my tacky spray worked, and I came up with it, the tacky spray on my own, because I know from past experiences that you could just scrape or it would just slide off. The paint wouldn't really stick to the bottle, and I needed something sticky, and it worked. So there's a tip for you. It worked. So it's all dry now, and I'm gonna use some of this matte, which I only have a little bit. That is a shame. I'm gonna try and see if I have another bottle, but if not, I'm gonna have to use gloss, and I didn't want to use that, but gotta use what you got. So I have this cheesecloth, And I'm going to use this little bit of matte. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to use this to put on in. But really quickly, I'm going to show you some of the other things. That's dry. So I'm going to show you a few other things that I want to use. Now, I'm doing this with you, so I didn't have a plan on anything. But I'm not going to bore you with putting every single thing on there. I'll try to have little conversations going through so you can know more about me, especially the new people that are looking at me for the Love Summer Arts thing. So I will talk a little bit about that while I'm going through it. But I'm going to try not to make this longer than 20 something minutes, not longer than 30 minutes, because I want you to see my whole process and then what happens at the end. So I have this graphic 45 paper, and I really like graphic 45, especially that garden one. I never had it, but this was gifted to me from Enchanted Steph, and I still have it. I use it sparingly, so I do have that. I have this gem. These are Therese colors, so I have like a few of those and a few other things that has been gifted to me. And I told y'all about that. The resin that I'll just use the top to hold it. The resin that I have. So I have made some pieces and some molds for other pieces that I will be also using on this bottle. I will be also using some pearls, strands, and loose ones, and we'll just see how it goes and what I come up with and what I put on here. And I'll probably use some stamps. So yeah, let's see what what I come up with. Okay. I also have some papers that I won that Nene gifted to me. So I see some nature-like papers in here that I might want to put here and there. So I'll be also probably using that. So stick with me. Don't leave and see what I come up with. Okay? So, like I said, I don't edit. Sorry. But I will be pausing it so that it doesn't go on forever. Okay? So please stick with me. I'm really loving the Love Summer Arts and watching all of the videos. And this is so exciting. So this is the third day. And I'll be right back. Okay, so I started putting the cheesecloth on the bottle, and instead of painting the bottle and then draping the cheesecloth across, I'm just draping the cheesecloth on there, and then I want it all the way up at the top, and then I'm spreading it with the paintbrush. And I am also using my hand because I only have a little bit of my mat and I'm not buying anymore. How about that? So I'm just draping, smoothing, and draping. So I guess I can talk to you about my channel for the new ones who don't know me and get this cheesecloth on here. So for the new people and for I guess some people who don't know, I started this channel so that I can connect more with my daughter. I don't want to say connect more, but just so that we would have stuff to do inside of the house. The first video on my channel is, I believe it's the first one, is of Tati doing a favorite song of hers. I think it was Selena Gomez or something. That's like one of the first ones, and I try to make it look like a little video shoot. And she never had makeup on, so I put makeup on. Of course, she hasn't worn makeup since, but I put the makeup on and I did the video, and that was the reason for me starting my channel. Our name is One Mother and One Daughter because we intended on doing crafts together. But if you go back and look at some of my videos, most of my videos don't have Tati in it. She has a very big schedule at her school, and then I can almost guarantee you that I won't do more videos with her this coming year because she's just going to high school. So I guess it'll get less and less. But yeah, I only have one daughter, so one mother and one daughter. So yeah. What kind of crafts do I do? Anything that I like. I don't know how to do shabby chic, but I guess I could if I had the things, but I try because I use other things that I have to kind of make it shabby chic look. Even if I don't have like all the flowers and all that stuff like that, I don't know. But I guess one of the things I don't do is shabby chic. But I don't know. I have like this tag I want to show you. I don't know if you would consider this shabby chic, but this was like my take on it. If I can get it off. I made this little thing, called myself making it shabby chic, and it's with that graphic. Can you see that? Let me move you over here a little bit. It's with that graphic 45 paper that I just showed you that was gifted to me from Enchanted Steph. And I don't know. I thought it was like a shabby chic. It's a tag, and I'll put it on a chain. So that was one of my things that I did. So yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so I'm wrapping this around the bottle, and I'm using the top. Well, you know, my way comes with a cork, but I had a plastic cork because when I'm taking the drink in and when I'm putting the drink in and out, I don't want to have to squeeze a cork in. And so the plastic cap helps. It's sanitary, and it's using it. I'm using it as a way to turn the bottle without messing up what I'm doing on the bottom. Okay, so let me just put you back like that so you can see what I was doing. So yeah, I have videos on my page of me doing things like fixing my cuddle bug, glass etching, the sandal one you seen that I did. So anything that I come up with is what I do, whatever I like to do. So let me just move this down so you can see, because I am having to overlap the cheesecloth, which will be okay because I'm putting so much stuff on it. I just want to get it kind of all over. Oops. All over the bottle. And I really wanted to use the matte. What's this? The matte Mod Podge, but I only have a little bit, so I think I'm going to have to use some of the glossy, but it'll be okay. So at this point right now, I'm doing two things. I'm putting this cheesecloth on here, and I'm sorry, let me move you down so you can see some more. I'm putting this cheesecloth on here, and I'm sealing in the gesso with the Mod Podge. So that's what I'm doing now. Anyway, that one of the highest videos that I've ever made was one of the first videos that I've done, and that's a glass etching video. I think that was like 2008. So, woo! Just smoothing it down. I just like that look with the cheesecloth all over it. Yeah, and that video, the glass etching video, I don't know why. I guess people like, and I said I was going to do some more, and I didn't. And then they took off being able to connect videos together. I really wish that they would put that back. So I didn't do any more glass etching videos. But that video has like 50,000, over 50,000 now probably, views. I can't believe it has so many views. I should do more videos like that because I see that's what the people like. So I'm all at the bottom. I'm going to cut this pizza off. Why is not? Okay. So I'm going to just cut that off. Put that over to the side. And kind of like, oh, it's moving. Why do you say that? I'm like, why is this not staying where it's supposed to stay? Do you see it's moving? I don't know what's going on here. Do you see this moving? Okay. Come on, camera. So, and the reason why I don't edit, I guess that's why I don't do more videos, because they tend to be real long. Maybe I should just do them anyway. Is because my computer broke a while ago, and I just don't have the money to fix it. But should I not do videos because I don't have the money to fix it? I'll just use what I have and still try to do my best. So I kind of get frustrated with that, because I know that most people don't have a lot of time to watch the videos, and I don't know. But I really like crafting. I don't know, if I wasn't crafting, I'd be like, what the hell would I be doing? I'll probably be getting in trouble. So I need to craft so I can stay out of trouble. And you know, in New York City, you can get in a whole lot of trouble. So I don't know how people live without doing something. I've always crafted. As a little girl, I would crochet clothes for my sister's Barbie dolls. I would color pictures and take the glue, the white glue, mixed it with water, and put the coloring images all over my walls. So right now I'm just pushing the cheesecloth into the bottle, smoothing it down so that the bottle and the cheesecloth become one. And yes, it is draped over some other parts, but I think I'm going to like that look. So I'm not even worried about it. I'm not trying to make it a seamless gathering. I just want it to be on there and become one with the bottom. So you can see at the bottom, I'm just meshing it in to the bottom, sticking it, making sure it sticks. And since I don't want to bore you with all of that, I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. I've dried the Mod Podge that I put on there, and here's what I found. I found that it's okay to heat it up with the heat gun, but it really, really needs to dry in between the layers, or else it'll start bubbling, and you know what happens when it bubbles on glass, it will eventually peel off. So I guess I kind of fibbed to you guys, telling you that I was going to make this video 2 videos, but I need some drying time. So I think that I am going to have to do 2 videos. I'm so sorry. I hope each and every one of you stay with me in between so that I will not make it 3 videos. I will definitely try not to do that. If I have to cut it and come back and show you what I did with it. So, yeah, I just wanted to dry in between so that it actually doesn't peel off of the bottle. So, yeah, it's nice and dry now, but you know how when you feel it and you can feel that it's not really that dry. I have been putting thin layers, but I really want it to be dry. Like, look, can you see this part right here? It's dry, but it's not really dry. So I suggest that if you do this, you have to, I'm trying to just smooth it out, because I'm not really worried about any fingerprints or anything like that. I just want it to dry. So, yeah. I don't have nothing else to say. I have to let it dry. So I'm actually going to put this video up now. And, yeah. You'll see the video, and I will put the other video up as I'm doing it and doing it. I hate to even do this with 25 minutes. But, you have to let it dry. So, there will be a part 2. So sorry, but believe me, I will make it interesting. I'll talk about things that maybe people want to hear. Maybe I'll answer some questions as I'm doing it, because I want it to be interesting. You know how when you're looking at videos, it's just dead silent? I'll just talk about some things so that you guys can get to know me more as I'm Yeah, so it's almost like two videos in one. It's almost like random questions. That's what it'd be, like random question, random things you didn't know about me, or random things about myself as I continue to do this bottle. So you'll get to listen and see at the same time. So, all right, I'll be back. So sorry. So sorry. So sorry. Okay.